Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The story of the Hijrah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam making this amazing journey from Mecca to Medina, which transformed the world. The Hijrah is so significant and so important. It was not just a journey of the Prophet sallallahu moving from Mecca to Medina, but it changed the world. How did it change the world? That the Prophet sallallahu was a small group of people, a man with a few followers, but then when he went to Medina, he became a state, he became a nation, he became a power, he became an entity. It wasn't just a change for the Muslims, but now the whole world was looking in the direction of the Muslims. These people who were unheard of before, now they have a city. Now the Persians were looking in their direction, the Romans were looking in their directions, kings were looking in their direction. Now they were a people to be taken seriously. We were discussing the reasons to why the Prophet ﷺ, he made Hijrah, and we talked about the attempts that were made upon the death of the Prophet ﷺ, the assassination or the killing of the Prophet ﷺ. When the Prophet was informed that Abu Jahl and his comrades and his friends, they had come together to assassinate the Prophet was aware, and he left his house and he began his journey. And what is really beautiful and amazing was which companion of the Prophet ﷺ said, "I, Ya Rasulullah, will sleep in your bed." So they know somebody is here and I'll be ready to take whatever comes my way. That was none other than the most bravest and the most noble companion of the Prophet, Ali bin Abi Talib. He is the one who decided to stay in the bed. So when the enemies came to uncover, they did not find the Prophet there. Rather, they found Ali ibn Abi Talib lying in the bed, ready to sacrifice himself for the love and for the sake of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Further to that, another reason to why the Hijrah took place was when this year, the Am al-Huzn, as we discussed, the year of sadness took place, and the Prophet ﷺ was being rejected by the people of Mecca, his own uncles, his own relatives, his own tribe, and people who he grew up with. You know, those very same people, they used to call the Prophet ﷺ as-Sadiq al-Amin. They used to call him the trustworthy one, the truthful one. So much so that even though they disliked the Prophet ﷺ, they still would keep their gold and their silver, they would still keep their belongings with him because they knew it was safe. But yet they attacked him and they accused him. So when the Prophet ﷺ was going through this year known as the year of grief and the year of sadness, the Prophet ﷺ decided to leave Mecca. And he decided to go somewhere else that perhaps a neighboring town, a neighboring city will listen to his message and they will support him. So where did the Prophet ﷺ decide to go? The Prophet ﷺ decided to go to Ta'if, the famous story of Ta'if. The Prophet ﷺ entered into the city. Without even getting into the mainstream or the main elements of the city, he got to the city, he met the elders of the city, and he preached them the message of Islam. They ridiculed him, they mocked him, to the point where they gathered their slaves, and they gathered their children, and they gathered their women, and they equipped them with stones, and they pelted the blessed, the beloved skin and the body of the Prophet ﷺ to the point where he was bleeding and he had to flee the city. He had to run out of the city of Ta'if to save his own life. The Prophet ﷺ went there to guide the people, but the way they responded, the way they retaliated was in the most horrific of ways. And what is really beautiful is that the angel Jibreel came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, "Ya Rasulullah, if you give permission and you make your dua, I will bring the two mountains on either side of this tribe, Ta'if, and we will remove and crush all those who are inside for what they did to you." But the Prophet ﷺ, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. The Prophet ﷺ was sent nothing but a mercy unto mankind. The Prophet ﷺ was not a warlord, as some may want to say, or want to spill blood, as somebody want to say, or such words. The exact opposite. The most dominant and the most beautiful trait of the Prophet ﷺ, that he was merciful. رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. He was merciful. And where does that trait come from? It comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah is Ar-Rahman. Allah is Ar-Rahim. Allah is the one who is most forgiving and most loving. And that is why our Prophet is most loving and forgiving. And that is why as Muslims we should also be most loving and most forgiving, because that is who we are. So the Prophet ﷺ didn't make dua for the destruction of the people of Ta'if. Rather he said, "Leave them. For verily in the future we will find that they will believe." And it was only years after that we find the people of Ta'if, they eventually did accept the message of Islam, and the whole of Ta'if became one of the most supportive, one of the most religious groups of people that followed the Prophet ﷺ. So another reason to why the Prophet ﷺ, he left Mecca to go to Medina, because of the persecution inside Medina, in Mecca, and also the persecution that he received in Ta'if. So the Prophet ﷺ, he decided to move. The assassination was the final straw, which the Prophet ﷺ was ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to leave Mecca and to go to Medina. And during these events, something really powerful happened. Medina consisted of 5 tribes. 3 of these tribes were 3 Jewish tribes. Two of these tribes were Arab pagan tribes. The Arab pagan tribes, Al-Aus and Khazraj, they were two tribes. And these two tribes in Medina, they were non-stop killing each other for years. For decades they had been killing each other. Two brothers at one point in history, they had a feud and one killed the other. And from there we got these, their grandchildren to two tribes that historically they were just non-stop killing each other. One person killed two people on this side, three, non-stop war and killing. Now this new generation of the people of Al-Aus and Khazraj, they were fed up of this feud, fed up of killing each other. They couldn't progress, they couldn't move forward. Instability, insecurity, bloodshed, they were fed up. They wanted some safety and they wanted some security. So they heard of a man in Mecca who was a prophet and who was preaching the message of equality, of justice, of transparency, and they wanted to listen. So there was what was known as al-Aqabah al-Ula. There was 12 people from amongst Al-Aus and Khazraj who decided to come together and to visit the Prophet while he was in Mecca. They visited the Prophet in Mecca and they had a discussion with him to hear his message. When they heard the message of the Prophet about equality, about justice, they accepted the message of Islam. And these 12 people, they welcomed the Prophet to Medina. They opened up their arms and they said, Ya Rasulullah, you are most welcome to come to the city of Medina. This was the first time that we have this concept which is known as al-Bay'ah. Al-Bay'ah is where you give your pledge of allegiance, where you swear oath to someone that this person is our leader, and he swears back to protect you, your wealth, your children and your families. This was the first time, Al-Bay'atu al-Aqabah al-Ula, the very first bay'ah that took place, the contract that took place, and these 12 people returned back to Medina and they spread the message of Islam amongst themselves. A year later, we find that another group of people from Al-Aus and Khazraj, this time 70 people, they came forward. Al-Bay'at al-Aqabah al-Thaniya. This was the second contract that was made. These group of people came to the Prophet 70 of them, some of them from Al-Aus, some of them from Al-Khazraj, and they sat with the Prophet and this was the final pledge in which they agreed to welcome the Prophet, and the Prophet accepted their invitation and informed them that he is making his way and he's making his journey to Medina. So they set the scene. The Prophet also sent one or two companions from Mecca to Medina to teach the people of Medina of Islam. Who did the Prophet ﷺ send? He sent one of the most amazing companions, Musab ibn Umair. And wallahi, brothers, we could have a whole episode on the life of Musa ibn Umair, especially for the youngsters. The most amazing and the most beautiful story. Musab ibn Umair, in a nutshell, was the son of one of the most influential dignitaries, politicians, most influential people in Makkah. He had all the wealth at his disposal. He had everything that he wanted. He had designer clothes, designer shoes. His shoes, the leather on his shoes would come all the way from Yemen. He was so much wealth that it would said that his perfume, people could smell him coming, and when he would leave, they would still smell him even though he's not there. He had everything at his disposal. He was ready to live a life, a political life, a wealthy life. He had everything at his disposal. But Musab ibn Umair, he was also very handsome, by the way. Musab ibn Umair said that when he would walk, heads would turn because he was so handsome. So he had wealth, he had the looks, he had a future, everything was ready for him. But Musab ibn Umair, he accepted the message of Islam. When he accepted the message of Islam, his mother said to him, you have a choice to make. You either accept Islam and you abandon us, or you stay with us and you abandon Islam. Musab ibn Umair, he took the love and the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, and his own mother kicked him out of the house. He lost all his money, he lost all of his wealth, he lost all the privileges, and he had to leave. He left Mecca and he went to Medina with nothing, with just the Prophet, and he was content and he was happy. Brother and sister, I ask you a question. That how much are we willing to sacrifice or give up for the sake of Islam? We can't put our phones down for 10 minutes, for 10 seconds and do something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are so addicted to this world. But yet we find that Musab ibn Umair, he moved over to Medina, he taught the people of Islam, and in the Battle of Uhud, we find that he became a shaheed. And the Prophet ﷺ, when he went to cover him with the cloth that he owned, he had just enough to cover his face and not to cover his feet. Brothers and sisters, we will look now at the achievements of the Hijrah in the next episode. Barakallahu feekum.